how do we get to that golden egg of $1 million for a business?
I'll actually even break it down to six figures too, because I was asked on a different podcast about six figures and it's even simpler. To get started, you have to sell something to someone. That's it. Literally, that's all. One avatar, one product, one channel. So you have one way of getting customers. You sell one thing to one specific type of person. That is all you need to do to get to six figures. To get to seven figures, you need to learn how to do those three things, reliably, consistently, right? So you know how to sell one product to one avatar and one channel in a consistent manner. So you start having predictive metrics on how you can acquire customers. So it's either I spend this amount of money on advertising and this is how many calls I get booked. And then from that many calls, I get that many sales, etc. If it's outbound, it's like I send this many emails or make this many calls or this many texts. If you're running organic, it's I know that I need to have this many posts that I have to make across these different channels with call to actions that drive towards this page. For every 1,000 visitors on this page, I get Y opt-ins. You know what I mean? So each of these vehicles, or I have to hit my email list once a week. And if I hit it once a week with a call to action again. So all these are the different ways you can get customers. You could also do affiliates. You can do referrals. There's many ways to do it. But the point is you pick one avatar, one channel, and one product. As soon as you can start predicting how many inputs it takes to get an output, then you get to $1 million. And at that point, you're at 1, 2, 3 million-ish a year. 1 to 3, you have to build out your core team. So that's usually like the first 5 hires, first 5 to 10-ish. It depends on the ticket of the thing that's being sold. If you're selling $25,000 things versus $500 things, the team size is going to be different. But it's the core team at about 3 million, and that's the reason that we take companies on at 3 is usually because there's a core team, and at 3 million there's product market fit. So they've demonstrated that people want this thing, and they have enough support that we can take them from 3 to 10. 3 to 10, and this is interesting because this is a mistake a lot of people make at 3. The problems that come up at 3-ish, people start getting cute, right? And they start saying, and here's what's difficult is that you get reinforced on the fact that the more you market, the more you sell, the more money you make. And it's true. And you can scale from there by doing more sales and more marketing. And that is what the vast majority of the industry will do because they got reinforced doing it early. The problem is that they switch the objectives. The objective of the first phase of business, which for me is like 0 to 3, is just to demonstrate product market fit and an acquisition channel that is profitable. That is the objective. At this point, we transition objectives to increasing lifetime value per customer. So this is improving the customer experience, putting data tracking in place. If there's an ascension opportunity that makes sense, we need to build out that product or service line so that when we do choose to add another channel or expand on our current channel, we can do so more profitably. Where if you just sell a single product that might not have as much LTV as you would want, as you scale or put more in, your margins begin to compress. So you might go up to 10 million, but your margins have compressed over time. And then you get in this place where you have to keep selling to maintain your overhead, but you're not really taking enough home and you can't have enough free cash flow to grow the business. And so sometimes it's like you have to take the step back, fix the product, fix the customer experience, fix the service, fix the data, fix the infrastructure that everything's built on, probably hire and fire some people that you promoted a little bit too early that didn't have the experience because they're actually not running things that well. And then once we fix that stuff, then honestly, going from 3 to 10 usually almost happens on its own. Once we're at 10, then we go far more aggressively on the acquisition side, which is, the easiest moniker that I use is more, better, new. So we do more of what we're currently doing until we max that out. And then we do better of what we're currently doing. Is there any CRO opportunity? So conversion rate optimization. Can we switch this headline out? Can we change this lead magnet? Can we implement some of the best practices that we know to get more people to show up if it's a service business? Can we change the video sales letters and the follow-up emails, things like that? All the improvements that can happen. And then different is, or new is, can we add a new channel to this? So we have 6 that we can choose from to get new customers. We can hit up our own lists. We can do cold outbound. We can do content. We can do paid ads. We can do affiliates, and we can do referrals. And so those are the only 6 ways to get new customers. We look at those 6 and say, of the skills that we currently have, which of these would make the most sense to add to it? And you can even go adding a new thing within a current. So if you're running paid ads, it's like going from Facebook to YouTube or going from Facebook to TikTok. Each one of those 6 squares has channels or media channels that you can, or platforms that you can tap into that give you new audiences. That's what allows you to scale from 10 to 30 and beyond. At 30-ish, the founders typically will start feeling constrained because they are the juju behind the entire business. But at 30-ish is when it stops being about the founder. Not that it was about the founder to begin with, but like you can will your way to 30. But at some point, like right around there, there's like you get spread too thin. And so the point is that you need more stallions, right? And so you have to find more people who can drive things like you do. And so this is where employee compensation and recruiting become paramount to getting to the next level. Because you need to bring people in who've already won the Olympic gold, who've already run this race multiple times at companies just like yours, but bigger and better, and then have them come and run the playbook for you so that you're not driving it, but someone else is. And so that's where like compensation and recruiting becomes really important. So you can incentivize people who deserve to have that level of compensation. And then that's how you get to 9 figures plus.